Video request. Rugby fan Florida asks me to answer this question, so I will. What if you have a training partner that you've had for 3 or 4 years and is trusted and your best friend on top of that, but you've sort of been out gaining him for the last year or so, and working out with him is possibly holding you back some? How do you tell him you need to find a new partner without screwing up the relationship? Also, our wives are best friends. Can it screw that up too? In my opinion, you absolutely positively do not tell your partner that you need a new training partner. Do not tell him that he could be holding you back. The reason I say this is because you say he's your best friend. There are other reasons why I'll say no, and I'll get to those in a minute, but I'm going to start with my best reasons, and really there's only one, and it's because he's your best friend. They're priceless. Not very many people have a true best friend. A lot of people will say, oh, so-and-so is my best friend, but a best friend is someone that you trust 100%. You can tell them anything. You could ask them anything. You could ask them for help. You can tell them personal information that you'd never tell anybody else. If I had to choose between my best friend and powerlifting, I'd choose my best friend. There's no way I would choose powerlifting over my best friend. Now, obviously, being a best friend means that you'll make sacrifices for each other. So, if you had a best friend who doesn't do what you do or doesn't share the exact same interests as you, like take my best friend for example, he's not into lifting weights or any of that stuff, but he would respect the fact that I love it. So if I went and trained a couple hours and we didn't get to spend as much time with each other because of my powerlifting, that wouldn't be a problem with him because he respects that. He's my best friend. So, because you guys are best friends, you cannot go to him and say, hey, you're falling behind me, you're holding me back. Put yourself in his shoes. How would you feel if he came to you and said, hey, I can't train with you anymore because, I feel like, you're not at my level anymore. Being best friends, I would think that you would be the first person that he would look to support him and help him break through his plateaus, and vice versa. Just because he's not at your level doesn't mean he can't help you. So being that he's your best friend, you absolutely positively do not tell him. Do not tell him that you want another training partner. He should be your training partner. If he's your best friend, he needs to, and he shares that interest, you need to continue to train with him. And here are reasons that I would say that you tell him. These would be the only reasons that you would tell a training partner that you don't want to train with them anymore. If there's someone that starts flaking on you, for example, if you're having a heavy bench day and you need your training partner, and for some reason they don't show up and it's just you don't have anybody to spot you, you don't have anybody to watch you, you don't have anybody to give you pointers, you don't have anybody to be that set of eyes to help you, and they're flaking on you, they're legitimately holding you back now. They're actually holding you back. So you need to say, hey, sorry buddy, I can't be your training partner anymore. Or if that person, that training partner, is goofing off and they're not serious anymore, they're holding you back. They're preventing you from getting to where you need to be. For example, they're cutting up in between sets all the time, and when you're ready to go and it's your set and you're ready to be serious and they're not serious, they're not really being supportive, you need to cut them off. A best friend's not going to do those things. If he's your training partner and your best friend, he's not going to do those things, so you don't have anything to worry about. If he is doing those things, he's not your best friend, and you probably need to cut him off. Here are some reasons why partners are so great. And this kind of, to me, this is stuff you need to think about in regards to cutting a partner off and saying, hey, I don't want to be your partner anymore. A training partner at a lower level than you, strength-wise, is not going to hold you back. They shouldn't. Nothing should hold you back except yourself. Obviously, stuff happens. If a training partner can't be there and you can't train heavy because you don't have that spot from someone you trust, yeah, you're in a bad situation. You're not going to be able to lift heavy that day. But otherwise, you have to have the drive inside yourself to be great, to make progress. And you're only going to be as good as you want to be. You're only going to be as good as your drive, your own drive inside here allows you to be. So a training partner is not going to make or break you, okay? However, there are some great things that a training partner can offer you. And to me, a spot. Having somebody there that you trust is great, because when you're benching with someone that you trust, you're going to be more aggressive going after that lift. You're going to try to get it. You know that if you fail, your spotter's going to be there. He's going to keep his hands off of the bar until he knows for sure that you failed. They're going to push you. They're going to help you get those extra reps that you never would have done had you been by yourself. You know, a lot of times we'll be squatting or deadlifting, and we'll have a number in our head, and that's where we'll stop just because it was in our head. But if we have that partner with us, they can push us past those reps that we didn't think we would have been able to, that we would have done by ourselves. They're a different set of eyes. They're another set of eyes. I always video my sets that are heavy, even if I have my training partners, because I can go back to it. And even if it's just myself and I have that eye in the sky that doesn't lie, that's the video, by the way, I'm not going to see the same things in that video that my training partner is going to see. So an extra set of eyes is great. They can tell you how easy the lift was. They can see it, but they can't feel it. You can feel it, but you can't see it. And I'm taking that from somewhere else. I can't remember who said that. It was somebody else. I'm not counting that as my own. I'm taking that from somewhere else. When you do the lift, you can feel it, but you can't see it. Okay? When they are watching you, they can't feel it, but they can see it. A lot of times you'll do a rep, and you'll go, oh man, that felt heavy. But your training partner says, oh, but it looked easy. So there's some stuff to gain from that. And also, they can come up with ideas for training that you would have never thought of on your own. So there's a lot of great reasons for having a training partner. And I know I didn't cover all the great reasons. Those are just a few that popped into my head. However, I will say that I know that there are some people out there who have trained alone and have made great progress. And there's 3 guys that come to my mind right now that either still train alone to this day, or have recently moved on and have a training partner, or are around other people. And that's Ben Rice, Pete Rubish, and Mike Tusher. All 3 of those guys at one point or another, and may even continue to do so, have trained by themselves. And they've all put up amazing numbers in their respective weight classes. So, you know, you can get it done by yourself. And I think that all goes back to how much do you have right here? How much drive do you have to be the best that you can be? It's either there or it's not. However, I will also say that all 3 of those guys would benefit greatly from a training partner. Whether that training partner is at their level, above their level, or below their level. When you're with a group of people or with another person, you tend to train harder. There tends to be a little more electricity or energy in the air. So I think that can be beneficial, regardless of how much drive you have to get better. So I hope that answers your question, Rugby Fan Florida, and hopefully this helps some other people in their quest to be the best that they can be, or to maybe even find a training partner, or somebody who may even be debating, maybe I should get rid of this training partner. He's kind of a, he's not that good. Hopefully that helps. Anyways, I'm gonna try and upload some more videos. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now, so hopefully I can get some of the other videos that I've taken uploaded so you guys can see some of the training that I've done. See ya.